Hey there, coin lovers. Today, we're transporting back to the year 1818, when pennies weren't just small change, they were symbols of monarchy, faith, and history. Let's dive into the story behind that Latin inscription on the coin, Dei Gratia Britanniarum rex.fid defensor. 1. Setting the scene, British coinage of 1818. The coin you see, an 1818 British penny, features George III, whose reign spanned from 1760 to 1820. On the obverse front, you'll find his crown portrait alongside the Latin inscription Georgius III Dei Gratia, which means asterisk, George III, by the grace of God. Flip it over, and the reverse bears Britanniarum rex.fid def. Short for asterisk, King of the Britons, Defender of the Faith. 2. Breaking down the Latin Dei Gratia, by the grace of God. A timeless phrase expressing divine backing for the monarch, Britanniarum rex, King of the Britons. A formal way to denote rule over Great Britain, and often Ireland, fidei defensor, fid def, Defender of the Faith. A title first granted to Henry VIII by the Pope, later retained by British sovereigns. Combined, the inscription reads, George III, by the grace of God, King of the Britons, Defender of the Faith. 3. Why it's more than just text. These inscriptions were not mere decoration, they conveyed both political legitimacy and religious authority. In the 18th and early 19th centuries, a king's right to rule was intertwined with the idea of divine sanction, reinforcing the connection between crown and church. The Defender of the Faith title reinforced the monarch's role in upholding Anglicanism, especially important during times of Catholic-Protestant tension. 4. Why the 1818 penny still captivates. It's a tangible piece of numismatic history, carrying the weight of monarchy, religion, and craftsmanship. Even though the penny's physical value was small, its symbolic value was immense, embodying legitimacy and authority. Today, well-preserved examples can fetch significant collector prices. For instance, auction records show an average of around $110, with some rare pieces reaching up to $460.50. Final thoughts and YouTube wrap-up. So, next time you glance at an old coin, remember, each symbol, bust, and motto carries centuries of significance. That humble British penny from 1818 isn't just currency, it's a whisper from the past, speaking of kings, faith, and tradition. Summary table for your script element description. Obverse text Georgius III Dei Gratia, George III, by the grace of God. Reverse text Britanniarum rex.fid def, King of the Britons, Defender of the Faith. Significance asserts divine right and religious authority for the monarch. Modern value around $110 on average, some sell for up to $460 in good condition. Begin with the image of the coin, asterisk asterisk. Hey there, coin lovers. Let's step into the year 1818. You're holding, or viewing, a coin that weighs only a fraction of an ounce, yet carries centuries of history in its symbols. On the front, or obverse, is the bust of George III, crowned and confident, encircled by the words, Georgius III Dei Gratia, George III, by the grace of God. This wasn't poetic fluff. It was a bold claim, the king's right to rule was divinely sanctioned. Turn it over, and the reverse presents the legend Britanniarum rex.fid def, King of the Britons, Defender of the Faith. This wasn't just a fancy title, it communicated that the monarch was both sovereign of the realm and protector of the church. At a time when religion and governance were deeply entwined, these inscriptions served a dual purpose, political legitimacy and spiritual authority. George III's reign was marked by war, upheaval, and change. Yet his coins remained steadfast symbols of continuity. Fast forward to today, collectors prize these pennies not just for their copper, but for their history. The average sale price hovers around $110, and pristine, rare specimens have sold for as much as $460. That's hundreds of times the coin's original face value. In short, this 1818 British penny isn't just metal, it's a story, a statement, and a connection to a world-long past. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this peek into numismatic history, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and let us know, what coin should we unbox next? Asterisk end with channel branding and prompt to subscribe.